Hi everybody, it's Olive here from the Small Luxury Lifestyle. So today I'm going to be making an eggplant parmigiana. One of the questions that I get most from people when they find out that we live full-time in our trailer is, well, apart from where do you put all your clothes, is can you actually make a real meal in an RV kitchen? And the answer is yes. So I'm gonna show you how easy it is to make something like eggplant parmesan. You can do chicken parmesan, whatever, lasagna, whatever, in an RV kitchen. Okay, so I have my I'm gonna actually start with the sauce. So I was calling it marinara sauce, and I asked my friend Anna, who's Italian, how to make a marinara sauce, and she laughed at me and said, yeah, we call it sugo. So I'm going to make some sugo. I'm just going to start with sauteing some onions that I already have chopped up. I'm going to be adding some San Marzano. I'm going to actually saute the onions in extra virgin olive oil, add in my San Marzano tomatoes, and salt, pepper, and a little bit of fresh basil that I have over here, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so I will start off with I'm actually gonna start with the onions. Just get my stove on and my pot hot. Alrighty, so once that warms up, I will add the oil and start sauteing that. In the meantime, I'm going to dump the tomatoes into this bowl. Like I was saying, Anna told me what kind of tomatoes to buy, and there's a little symbol on the back of them that lets you know that the tomatoes were grown in the right region. I'm going to come in and hopefully you're able to see the symbol. Hopefully you can see that. So make sure if you're using canned tomatoes, make sure they have that symbol. It means the tomatoes were grown in the right region. Okay, and so you're just going to mash up the tomatoes because they're like pretty big chunks, you know, like they're pretty huge. You're gonna mash them up, and once that's done, you're going to throw them into the pot with the sauteed onions. You're gonna add salt and pepper, or maybe just salt, and just let it simmer. Oh, don't forget the basil, and let it simmer, and it's pretty much it. So I'm going to see if the pot is hot. Not yet. Okay, so I think the oil is ready. Oh yeah, it's ready. Get these in here. Turn this down a little bit. Yeah, these are browning a little bit quickly, so I'm going to turn the stove down a bit. It's supposed to be sauteing, not frying. And I'm just gonna bring this over here so you can see what I'm doing with the tomatoes. So yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna mash these up. Last time I did it, I just used my hands. I think that's kind of rude on camera, so. But my hands were clean, I promise you. They were. Yeah. All right, and I'm gonna turn this down a little bit more because that was a little high. Okay, it's gonna heat up again. And this is a shit ton of onions. Okay, we're going to add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Oh, that's a lot of pepper. Oh God. Let's see. No, I think it'll be okay. I'm just gonna drop a few leaves in and let that simmer. Okay, so I'm gonna turn it down and let that simmer for a bit. It already smells good. And then I'm gonna move on to the eggplant. All right, so what you wanna do is we're going to cut off, the last time I made this, I actually cut these in circles, but I think what I'm gonna do is cut them lengthwise and then just cut off a part of that. All right, and then I'm gonna do them, I don't know what size this is. Trying to get them all even. This is too thin. Yeah, and I ended up chopping some more basil and adding it in because I couldn't, the flavor wasn't there. So clearly 3 leaves was not cutting it. So I've added more basil. You just kind of go along and just, I guess you just go by taste. So I'm gonna add that and then let it do its thing. We'll be back. Okay, so one thing that a lot of people complain about with the Parmesan is that it comes out soggy. So what, I don't like this. Okay, so what they say to do is to salt them. So you basically just put a ton of salt on it, and what that's going to do is draw out the moisture. And don't worry that it's going to be too salty because you're going to rinse it off after. So I'm just going to put salt on all of it, and I'm out of salt. Okay. Do the rest. First time I did it, I thought it was going to be really salty, but it wasn't. So let that sit there for an hour. You'll see all the liquids it'll be like brown liquid will bubble up, and you just rinse that off. Okay, so this is about, I think we're about 45 minutes in, and you can see that there's quite a bit of liquid that came out, and that's what we want. I'm going to be frying these. So, you know, we don't want it soggy. And I think when it comes to eggplant, that's what people don't like, is that nasty, soggy texture. So I think it's about time to rinse these off. Just want to get as much moisture off this as you possibly can. And then we're all set to start frying these. Okay, so the eggplants are all salted, and I've rinsed them off, and all the extra moisture is out of it. And now I'm going to get it ready for frying. You could bake them in the oven, but they actually taste better fried. So I have here some flour, 2 eggs with some salt and pepper, and then we have some breadcrumbs over here that's all seasoned. And I'm just going to just get this all ready. Okay. So what we're going to do is put them in the flour, into the egg, and then into the breadcrumbs. Okay. In the meantime, my frying pan is getting ready. I've got some the olive oil heating in there. It's about at medium temperature. And breadcrumbs. I'm just gonna do 3. I think I can fit 3 in my pan, so I will do 3 of these. Okay, and egg, and then breadcrumbs. Okay, so now we're just gonna put these in the pan. Hopefully I can fit this one over here, and another 3. Okay, so we're just going to fry these about 3 minutes on each side. Kind of wait till it's like golden. I don't know if I want it that dark or that light. I might wait for the other ones to get a little darker. I turn the stove up a little bit. Mine goes from, it goes from 2 to 9, and then after that it says high. I have it on 6. So it's kind of medium, a little bit hotter than medium. That's better. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. So I said 3 minutes per side. I think it's 3 minutes the whole entire thing. So maybe 1.5 minutes each side. And this crust gives it really nice flavor. Awesome. These are done. Get them on the paper towel. Absorb some of that oil. And just one more set and we're good. Then we'll start assembling. Okay guys, eggplant's all fried up. Now for the fun part. So I have the sugo over here. I have some shredded mozzarella. I have Parmigiana Reggiano. You could do whatever cheese you want, I guess. Like a pecorino would be okay, but I really like Parmigiano. Okay, so what we're gonna do is you want to start off by putting a few spoons of the sauce at the bottom of your bowl or pan, sorry, just so it doesn't stick. Okay, so we'll get that all in here. Perfect. And then we're gonna start off our first layer of eggplant. Just gonna put them down so. I think I'm gonna have an extra one, so I will kind of move this around like this. I'll put this guy right here. Okay, and then you want to put some more sauce on top of each eggplant like that. Just want to smother them. Just smooth it on with the back of the spoon. And the last one. Now we're going to add some mozzarella. I don't know how much you're really supposed to put, but I like cheese, so I'm going to put a lot. Then some of the Parmigiana. Okay. Another layer of the eggplant. Sauce. You can do this pretty fast. Oh, by the way, I have the stove or the oven on at 400. I have a convection oven in my fifth wheel, but I'm going to use the gas oven, the propane oven, just because. Okay, and some more cheese. I think I need more cheese. Oh well, let's put it all on. Some of this tasty stuff. And then the last layer. These ones, I saved the ones that are the nicest, most perfect looking ones for the top. And then sauce. So nice and fast. It doesn't take very long to do this. Everything else took long. I think the longest thing really was when I salted the slices. That took forever. That took like an hour to get all the liquid out. But this part's nice and fast. Okay, so actually, I don't know, maybe I'll just cover up some of this cheese. Since I have this extra sauce here. Okay, so like I said, oven is already preheated to 400. And this fits just perfect in here. Okay. So we're gonna let that cook for 40 minutes. All right, at the end of 40 minutes, we're going to take it out and see the masterpiece. Yep, in 40 minutes, we will take it out and add some more mozzarella and Parmigiano on top of it. Put it back in for 5 minutes, and then it'll be done. So see you in 40 minutes. Okay, it's time to take it out. Oh yeah, there we go. That looks yummy. Okay, so we're gonna get some more cheese on it. And we're gonna put it back for about 5 minutes. So, and put the rest of the Parmesan cheese on it. And then the mozzarella. This is gonna be so good. Okay, and then, like I said, this was on at 400. It cooked for 40 minutes, and just took it out, put some more cheese on it, and then we're gonna put it back in for 5 minutes, and then we'll be done. Okay guys, here it is, the finished product. So this is after I put it back in for 5 minutes to let the cheese, added more cheese, and the cheese is all melted now. So it's all done. I'm just gonna let it sit for about 5-10 minutes. And hubby's outside grilling up some sweet peppers and some tuna steaks, and then we'll get to eating. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. See you next time.